Like, hey guys, today we are going to visit the Riparian Preserve at Water Ranch in Gilbert. We're going to explore some trails, look at some bunnies, and hopefully have some fun and learn about this fantastic park that we have in Gilbert. So the main parking lot was full. We had to park at the library, which is okay because there's an entrance to the Riparian Preserve from the library. There's a little map, and it's got all the 7 ponds of the reclaimed water, including the lake, which we'll show you over there. That's where you can go fishing, and where all the trails are, and what type of trails there are. And there's signs everywhere, so you'll see signs pointing this way and that way and that way to see where you want to go. But we're going to go take a look at some trails. Come along. So over here we have the pond. And this pond is actually a fishing pond that's set up with the Arizona Game and Fish Department. So there are rules on what you can fish. You have to have a fishing license to be able to fish here, but you're allowed to fish here. Over here in Gilbert, Guadalupe and Greenfield. So this is actually a floating bridge. If you ever come here, you can kind of feel it, like it actually has some buoyancy on it. It's a nice place to kind of look at the lake. Very tranquil, especially early in the morning. Watch some of the ducks. You can actually see some of the fish in the water sometimes. You can come out here too and also do yoga right on the bridge. I guess there's little areas. So we have some yoga going on. More ducks. We're this close to ducks. They are not very afraid, are they? They're used to people and dogs out here. Alright, we're going to check out, this is the Gilbert Rotary Centennial Observatory. It was open in 2006. They normally have viewings Friday and Saturday night where you can go and look at the stars and the planets that are out there. It's hosted by the East Valley Astronomy Club and maintained by them and the Riparian Preserve. So we have this here in Gilbert. I love seeing the bunnies. Little bunny. So I'm sitting here. I believe this is a very large old Palo Verde tree. It's got nice coverage in a shadow. Nice resting area, especially if you're out here on a hot day. You're right next to the little creek that is running down from where we started up at the top. Winds down and there's little bridges over it. It's really pretty. But if you just want a nice relaxing creek experience, you can just sit here, enjoy your coffee, and sit under the shade of a tree. Okay, we're going into my favorite part of the Riparian Preserve, which is the trails. So you can see the 4.5 miles of trails in here. There are trails that are for horse use even, so you might see horses, but this is where you'll see a lot of the birds and the ponds, so you can see the birds in the water. It's really pretty. The vegetation can sometimes grow over your head, so we're gonna go take a look at that now. My favorite part! Here you'll see these little holes once in a while. They actually have like ground squirrels and squirrels that live in these areas, so sometimes you'll see those pop out once in a while. And it also will give you an idea that there is wildlife here. We have seen coyotes. We've seen brief little looks of coyotes. They kind of stay away because this is a dog-friendly park, so the coyotes don't just come out and hang out or anything like that. But there are quails, there's snakes. You just got to watch out. It's still wildlife out here. Okay, so this is one of the ponds, of the 7 ponds where they put the effluent water. This one is dry. There's another one over here we'll look at that's kind of dry. So they rotate the water into the different ponds where it can percolate and bring habitat. So there is a little bit of water, and if you look over there, you can see a heron. There's like white herons out here, which we see pretty often. They're out here quite a bit, but they're pretty amazing, especially when they're close up and they just fly over your head. Pretty awesome. So you can see the park actually maintains this area. See how clean this trail is. There's nothing down here, so that it's clear for bikers, walkers, people on horses. And the brush has this beautiful overhang, which is fantastic, especially in the hotter months. But you'll notice that they sometimes will trim the brush and then put it to the side, because this becomes natural habitats for the rabbits and the birds and everything that live here, so they have some protection like they would in the wild. So you get this beautiful maintained trail with some very nice, wild, rugged scenery to go with it. As you're walking around the trails, you're going to see signs like this all over the place that are going to tell you some of the birds and insects and animals that are near the area. They can keep an eye out. It's almost like visiting a zoo, you know, when you see the little signs like, oh, here's the lion. Well, this is going to tell you what kind of birds that you have here. Oh, that's what the crane was. It's a snowy egret. That's what the crane was called. Or the heron. What did I call it? I don't even remember. But they have snowy egrets that look like big herons or cranes that fly around here. It's pretty neat. It was super cute just walking into this part of the trail. Saw a little family leaving, and the mom goes, "That was my favorite trail." That's adorable. This is a nice one. It's almost my favorite. We haven't gotten to my favorite trail yet. Awesome, because when you get kind of deep into the park, you don't hear cars, you don't hear anything. You get into this deep brush. Thank you. You get into this deep brush like this, and it feels like you're just not in the city anymore. Almost like a fairy tale forest. So the Riparian Preserve, we just came out of it right there, out of my favorite trail. And when you come out, right here, you get access to the Salt River Project Eastern Canal. This goes on for miles and miles and miles. So you can run up and down the canal, you can bike here. I think you can have horses out here. Yeah, there's some horses right over there. Actually, you can see some horses. And you have the dirt version and you have the paved version, depending on what you prefer to bike and run on. It's pretty neat though. So this is the other side of the bridge with the lake. The library's over there. So if you want, you can actually feed the ducks over here. They want you to just leave spring birdseed or corn or whole cereal. There's a sign here. You're not allowed to feed anything out in the trails, but right here on the bridge you can actually feed the ducks. So bring the kids, bring some cereal, feed them. Oh, it looks like there is a family doing just that. I hope you enjoyed our trip out here to the Riparian Preserve at Water Ranch in Gilbert, Arizona. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe and like and hit the little notification bell. And if you're thinking about moving out to Arizona and relocate out here, specifically Gilbert, Arizona, just get in touch with me, comment below. We'll get together and hopefully I can help you make a move out here.